House of love and light. Amy, open up the door to the place where we walk by faith and not by sight. Through the house of love and light. House of love, the house of love and light. The house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. House of love and light. House of love and light.
They're coming to take us away. Good morning, House of Love and Light. It is me, Amy Steinberg, coming to you from my house, which is the House of Love and Light. How are you this morning? Good morning, Michelle and Chris and Diane and Sarah. I see everybody coming on. Happy Sunday to you. Happy 4th of July. I failed to mention Juneteenth, and I also failed to mention Stonewall. So we'll talk a little bit about that in our topic today, which is awareness. Awareness. And this entire month, which it is July, happy July. Can you believe it's July? Happy July. It's my birthday month. July 17th, Cancers, woo! So, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to gather my senses and speak a little bit about the fact that I woke up with a crick in my neck. And it's like an odd one from exercising. Exercising is dangerous. I've always said it. But anyway, so what I noticed when I was sort of meditating today and I was having the pain was that when we're in a little bit of pain, like something is physically uncomfortable, all of a sudden our awareness becomes heightened, right? And so right now, I feel like because we're in this quarantine and because we're going through so much shift with social injustice and awareness around that, there's a heightened sense of awareness. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to talk about returning to love this whole month. We're going to be reading Marianne Williamson's Return to Love, which is so awesome. And I just wanted to read what she says about love. She says, love isn't material. It's energy. It's the feeling in a room, a situation, a person. It's right here. I can feel it right now. Can you feel it right now? Money can't buy it. Sex doesn't guarantee it. It has nothing at all to do with the physical world, but it can be expressed nonetheless. And she says this is very powerful. We experience it as kindness, giving, mercy, compassion, peace, joy, acceptance, non-judgment, joining, and intimacy. Come on, Marianne. We love you. We're so grateful. Good morning, Eddie and Lynn. Oh, you know what? I'm so glad I saw Eddie's name because one of the things I want to give a shout out right now for is that opening song. How much do you love that song? Well, I want you to send me a lip sync video of you lip syncing to that song, and I'm going to make a compilation of all of our House of Love and Lighters from all over the country because I know we're watching from everywhere right now. We've got Florida, Ohio, California, Oregon. It's incredible. I love this so much. Oh yeah, and shout out to my new paintings. Quarantine has been so creative for me, and I wanted to change it up because we're right in the middle of summer. I wanted some bright poppy colors. You know me, I like the bright poppy colors. Anyway, let's get to the work that we're to do here. Oh yeah, so that's right. So send me a lip sync video and send me in pictures of your pets. I want pictures of your pets. You can email them to me at steinberglove, STEINBERG LOVE, steinberglove@gmail.com, or you can send them through Facebook. Again, I want a lip sync video to the opening tune and some pet pics. Okay, well, good morning to everyone. Let's just refresh and remember what we're doing here, the mission, because this is really important for me, to nourish with spiritual food, to uplift you and make you feel good, and to inspire you to be your highest and best you. I really like to stick to this mission because it helps me to stay focused on what I'm doing, which is I'm serving up a helping of love and I'm serving up a helping of light. And that is what we're doing here together. So let's start we're going to start and end with Christy Snow today. So shout out to Christy Snow, who's with her community right now, which is Carolina Center for Spiritual Awakening. If you're watching me now, you can watch her later. She gives incredible talks and music and connection there as well. I always watch at least 3 churches on Sunday. So if you're here with me now, I'm so glad you're live. And this is a Christy Snow chant that we all know and love. And I hope that you'll sing it with me. And then at the end, Christy's going to give a beautiful meditation at the very end of the service today. So let's sing some Christy Snow. Let's do it. Let's do it. Except I don't have the file on, so I'm gonna have to do it without the beat. Feel the beat in your head. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. Good morning, Vanette and Ellen and Jenna. I sing my love. Goes like that. I sing my love. Sing it with me. I sing my love into the world. Then the second part goes. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. Then Chrissy does this fun thing. She says, that's the way, I like it. That's the way, I like it. I dance my joy. Come on. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. Sing it with me. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. Come on. That's the way, I like it, come on, that's the way, I like it. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace, I live it, I live my peace into the world. Come on, I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I hope you're singing with me. I live my peace, I live it, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. That's the way I like it. Come on, that's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it. I sing my love one more time. Come on, I sing my love. Hey, hey, I sing my love. Come on, I sing my love into the world. That's what I do. I sing my love, I sing it, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. Good morning, Tanza. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. We express the love. We express the joy. We dance that joy. We feel that peace. Oh, yes. Well, I'm so excited to do this prayer song with you that was written by Myron Stam and Deva Vani. And I also want to invite you to really listen in for the prayer that's going to come in between. The prayer is going to be gifted to us from Gino Walker out in San Diego. So enjoy this chant and this prayer, and please join me singing. It goes like this. Love is calling me home. That's what's happening. Love has opened the door. Come inside and feel the light. Love asks nothing more. Do you have it? Join me singing love. Love is calling me home. asks nothing more. How about peace? Peace is calling me home. Peace is calling me home. Feel the peace wash over you. Peace has opened the door. Come inside. Come inside and feel the light. Peace asks nothing more. How about joy? Join me, come on. Joy is calling me home. Joy has opened the door. Joy has opened the door. Come inside. Come inside and feel the light. Joy asks nothing more.
I take this time to give thanks and praise for the divine magnificence that is you, that is me. It is in this awareness as I stand in this beautiful field of nature that I recognize that everything is releasing to its higher expression of that which it is. And we are doing that right now. We are releasing the old, we are releasing the past, we are releasing our fear and awakening to an infinite possibility that so many have prayed for, that so many have anchored in consciousness. We are here right now. So I stand with you in divine love and joy and absolute peace, knowing that I and my Father are one. That this oneness is feeling the hearts of those all over the world. And we are waking up and joining in the community called oneness, called divine magnificence, called the beauty of infinite expression. So as I stand here, I release this word to the Almighty that is. I release this divine energy presence that is within me. And as I release it, I am lifted and shifted into a greater expression of that which I am. Oh.
Join me singing. Love is calling me home. And so it is. Gino, we love you. Love has opened the door. God, so powerful. Come inside and feel the light. Yes, love asks nothing more. I really want to sing this one again one more time. Love, come on. Love is calling me home. Love has opened the door. Come inside and feel the light. Love asks nothing more. Breathing deeply, I feel the love between us. Good morning, Vineet and Rosie and Lindy. Good morning, everyone. And now we honor all paths here at House of Love and Light with a candle lighting each week. And I'm so grateful that my bestie Myron gave us a candle lighting. So enjoy Myron lighting these candles. Namaste, everyone.
Good morning. I light a candle for the Eastern religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism, that teach us about harmony, karma, and the way. And I light a candle for Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Baha'i, teaching us about tradition, forgiveness, surrender, and order. I light a candle for ancient wisdom and new thought traditions, including indigenous teaching, shamanism, paganism, science of mind, and New Age spirituality, teaching us to root and expand. And I light a candle for the great mystery, the eternal question, the not knowing. Namaste.
Good morning, Hala. I am Stephanie. I am so glad to be here with you. Happy Sunday. I am so grateful for the day I've had today. I swam in a river and had good drinks and had good food. Loved my life, and I'm just grateful to live and love my life every single day. I am grateful for singing and music and time together, my relationships, the growth. What are you grateful for?
Well, I'm grateful for Stephanie giving us some gratitude. I'm grateful for Gino for the prayer. I'm grateful for everyone who's here with me right now. I'm grateful for a new day. I'm grateful for hope. I want to see in the comments what you're grateful for right now, what you can really tap into, what you can really feel grateful for. I'm really grateful for this book, A Return to Love, which is our monthly book. And I'm grateful what she says about love. She says to be consciously aware of it. And today we're talking about awareness. To be consciously aware of it. To experience love in ourselves and others is the meaning of life. I'm so grateful to be able to feel some self-love today. To be able to feel some love for you today. To be able to feel love, the universal love, the divine love, the agape love. Yeah, breath. Oh, this ministry, wonderful, beautiful daughter. Feeling the love. What are you grateful for? Oh, Jenna, we are so lucky to live here. We live up here in the mountains. If you didn't know where I'm coming from Asheville. I'm so grateful for new thoughts, new visions, inspiration. Yes, this is beautiful. You know, something else I'm really grateful for is I'm really grateful for the folks that contribute here, their talents, their gifts, their time, their energy. And one of them that we get a little slice of every week is Ash Ruiz, who is a wonderful teacher. And right now he's living in Colorado. So shout out to Ash. And here is what Ash had to say when I asked him to speak a little bit about returning and awareness. Returning awareness. Here is Ash Ruiz. Enjoy you some Ash!
Hello there, Amy. And hello there, all you beautiful, bright beloveds. Today we are talking about returning, awareness, falling back, opening, a return to love. Ooh, yes, Miss Marion Williamson. A return to peace. A return to joy. A return to grace. A return to sweetness. A return to divinity. A return to kindness. A return to clarity. A return to a soft, relaxed, deep belly breath. A return to presence, a return to being, a return to where it is we always are. A return to where we always are. Take a moment to notice, to consider that every thought, every feeling, every sensation, every experience, every circumstance, all that we can see, hear, feel, taste, smell, everything announces the stability, the unwavering suchness of awareness. Just like every shadow says there is light here. Take a moment, look for a shadow. Where you at, shadow? Look for a shadow. Look for a shadow. A shadow cannot exist without light. A thought cannot exist without awareness, without the benevolent grace of all that is. How sweet to consider that all thoughts, all feelings, all experience exalts reality.
results reality. Yeah. Come back, return, come back, return, come back, return, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, return, come back, return, come back, return, come back, come back to the now, come back to yourself, come back to heaven, come back to pure, perfect health. Time to return to the wholeness, the fullness, expanding our awareness. It's the whole point of this. Take it to the next level. Open up your eyes wide. Take time to rise to a higher vibe. Tribe, come together, weather any weather, tethered to each other, never apart, always getting better. Come back, return, come back, return, come back, return, come back, come sing it with me. Come back, return, come back, return, come back, return, come back to the presence, come back to God, come back to being overwhelmed with great love. It's in you as you come through. All you do, who you are, is made of stars, holiness through and through. Take it to the next level. Open your mind, climb higher with the vision of a world that's kind. Find that beauty in yourself and the whole wide world. Watch the watcher as the story unfurls. Come back, return, come back, return, come back, return, come back. What are you coming back to? What are you returning to? What are you aware of? I want to see it in the comments. I am coming back to balance. I am coming back to perfect love. I am coming back to freedom. I am coming back to a sense of self, a sense of awareness, a sense of pure, perfect harmony with those around me. What are you coming back to? I want to know about it. Come back, come back, come back. I want to hear it in the comments. I am returning to perfect connection with my family and my friends. I am returning to confidence. I am returning. I want to hear it. I am returning. Come on. Come back. Come perfect. My life's purpose. That's amazing. I'm coming back to my life's purpose. How beautiful. Come back. Come back, return, come back, coming back to Asheville, all right, return, come back, return, come back, spaciousness. Oh, I love that, Vineet, spaciousness. Come on, let's come back to that, everybody. Let's return. It's funny that you say spaciousness because I have all this space theme this week, and I'm wearing my stars and my stripes. Yes, my red, white, and blue, and I'm feeling returning. I'm returning to awareness. I'm returning to spaciousness. I'm returning to the stars within. All month, we're going to be talking about returning, inspired by this book that I've been talking about. And today's topic is returning awareness. Me, you, we, divinity. But before we get into it, I just do want to speak to a few things that I didn't mention in the past few weeks because I was so wrapped up in the awareness of only the self. I was going through a lot of stuff the last few weeks, and I did not mention Juneteenth. And I think it's an important thing to be aware of and to mention in a platform like this. It is the day that is recognized for the Emancipation Proclamation, but it really is only, it was created 3 years after the war. So it's an interesting thing to study and learn about. But it is Let Freedom Ring Day, Let Freedom Really Ring Day. And happy 4th to those who do celebrate that. And also something that I missed last week was celebrating the Stonewall riots that happened on June 28th. They happened for a week or two back in the day. It was for LGBTQA plus awareness. And I want to be aware of that as a spiritual community. I know we are. I just wanted to give a shout out because as we become aware, we share. And that's kind of what I'm talking about today. We're going to be talking about the me, the you, the we, and the divinity, the self, which is, my thoughts, my feelings, my actions, my world, my home, my reality, my thought world. We're going to be talking about others, the you in your life, whether it's a partner, if you have fur babies, the other, the mailman that comes by, the collective, which is the we, right? The society, our country, our city, our world. And then, of course, awareness of divinity, which is the holding us all together, the God, the universe, the divine hand. And anytime I think about awareness, I think about this wonderful story. I've told it before. If you've heard it, I hope that you will get something new out of it. Every time I hear a story, I hear something new out of it. So this is the story of the monastery. So there was a monastery that was an older dying order, and some of the monks were starting to get sort of bitchy with each other, and the gardens were starting to wilt, and the abbot was really concerned that the order was going to die out. So he went out into the middle of the woods to talk with the wise woman who lives in the woods, because it's always a wise woman, and somehow she always lives alone. Anyway, she's the wise woman in the woods, and the abbot went out there to ask, what do I do about my monastery and my order here? And she took a deep breath and she said, I'm sorry, I don't have any advice for you, but I do want you to know that the bodhicitta, the Buddha, lives among you. And the abbot thought that was curious, and he went back to the monastery and he gathered the monks together. He said, I'm so sorry, but she had no advice for us, but she did want us to know that the bodhicitta, the Buddha, lives among us. All of a sudden, the monks sort of started looking around at each other, wondering, is it Steve? Probably not. He doesn't clean his plate. Is it Bobby? No. When Bobby sneezes, he wipes his hands on his robe. It's probably not. Could it be me? And what happened is the monks started to treat each other as if they were possibly the divine. And what happened was a sense of love arose, and the order began to thrive again. The gardens began to grow again, and people began to be attracted once again, and the order survived and thrived. Don't you love that story? I've heard it so many times, but it always gets me. And the question becomes, what happened with the monks? Well, as they began to realize amongst the monks that there was the divine, their awareness rose to a new level. Their consciousness became literally focused on looking for God. And what is God? Well, God is love, according to Marianne Williamson. So, what happens when we're looking for love? We're finding it. That's what happens when love attracts love, and then everyone lives happily ever after. If only that were true. I'm Pollyanna, but I'm not that Pollyanna. Sometimes, as our awareness rises, as we're learning and we're seeing in our communities right now, it's rather grotesque. It's like a soaking that happens. I think of it this way. This is one of my favorite metaphors, and I don't even know if it really works here, but I just love telling it. So imagine that you bake some brownies and you forgot to grease the pan. So you eat the brownies, they're so delicious, oh my God, they're so good. But then there's this layer of crap on the bottom of it, and you have to soak it in hot water and let all that crap come up. And that's what we're doing. I feel like that's what we're doing in quarantine. Like I mentioned earlier, I feel like this quarantine is sort of a heightened state of awareness. All the crap is coming up about ourselves, others, the society, and the divine. It's all coming up. So let's soak for this moment right now in awareness of awareness. So let's break it down. Come back, return. Awareness of the self. To thine own self be true. Shakespeare, we love that. But what does that even mean if you don't know yourself? So to thine own self be true. Do you really know yourself? Do you know, how well do you know yourself? How aware are you of what you like, what you dislike, what you desire? Do you go along with the crowd? Do you find yourself saying yes and then canceling? You know, sometimes we don't know. I saw somebody on here just now say that they're returning to the dream of their life. And that's the question here is, are you aware of what your dreams are right now? And are you aware, ooh, a bug just flew by. Did you see it? Hello. Listen, I live alone. I have made friends with bugs. I have made friends with snakes. I have made friends with all my animals fully talk to me. I know I told you that already. I'm crazy. Anyway, so if you don't know, the good news is that your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart, give yourself to it. So the question is, how can you become more aware of yourself, more aware of your wants, your needs, your behaviors, your space? Do you dust enough? Do you clean enough? Do you clean your head enough? Do you clean your thoughts enough? Do you clean your body enough? How many piles are on your desk? Are you aware? Sometimes we're just walking around unaware of ourselves. Sometimes I'll walk through the house and I'll just knock something over with my butt because I'm unaware of how large it is. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not a negative. I'm getting to really, really love my body in this quarantine. I'll tell you that. Anyway, that was a side note. The good news about being a little bit unaware of ourselves is that Lao Tzu says at the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are and you know what you want. Amen? Let's say that. I know who I am and I know what I want. I know who I am and I know what I want. I am aware of myself. I am aware of myself. Yes, that's where we got to start. And then it comes the awareness of the other. Peekaboo. I love that picture. Okay, so why do children love peekaboo so much? I heard this from a psychologist. I heard that when a child doesn't see your eyes, you disappear. When a child doesn't see your eyes, you disappear. Isn't that interesting? I don't know if it's true, but it's very, very sort of in line with what we're talking about. If we aren't paying attention to each other, looking into each other's eyes, meaning paying attention to each other, do we really see each other, or are we just disappearing in front of each other's eyes? How aware are you of the other, your partner, your animals? You know, the other night, 2 nights ago, it wasn't the 4th, but it was the night before, my dog was acting strange and she kept coming to me and I sort of like was ignoring her. And then I was like, oh, I started hearing the fireworks. So she was scared and I became aware of her being afraid. So I picked her up and I held her. And then I felt bad that I hadn't been aware of it, you know? So this awareness, we can really heighten our state of awareness when we're in love with our lives and when we're connected. You know, are you feeling the love? Are you looking for the love in the other? One of the things I notice about being in quarantine is that, like I said earlier, everything is heightened. So my sense of self is heightened, but my sense of the other is heightened because I don't see that many people. So when I see somebody, it's such an intense connection. There's such an awareness. That bug is hanging out with us. It's like, what do you the awareness, you know, it's there. It's more powerful than ever of the other in your family, your neighbor, every person you come in contact with. Oh, beautiful. Barack Obama says, learning to stand in somebody else's shoes, to see through their eyes. That's how peace begins. And it's up to you to make that happen. Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world. You know, we see a lack of empathy in our leadership right now, and it hurts our hearts, doesn't it? So it's so wonderful to see this quote from him, to know that there is empathy in leadership out there. And character is the seat of the spirit. You know, when you look up the word spirit, what is spirit? It's basically the animating force behind the character. That's what it says, and I love that definition. So when we practice empathy, we're really able to change the world one interaction at a time. Instead of reacting, we respond, and then we create relationships that create a beautiful world. Yes? Amen? You know, I had this really great conversation with my sister yesterday, and I'm noticing our relationship changing as we grow older. And that's a beautiful thing too, to recognize that the relationships that we have with the other can shift and change and move and grow. And isn't that so beautiful? And when it comes to the other, I like to think about what Dolly Parton says. If you see somebody without a smile, give them one of yours. That's what she says. And I love that. So then as we become aware of the collective, the we, how is our awareness there? the community, the human race. It makes me think of that story again, the monastery story. The collective awareness attracts growth and newness. And as awareness in our collective arises through media, through social awareness, it's also raising in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? You can feel it. And then there's this 5G thing connecting us all with wires and codes. Oh my God, they're coming to take us away. There is a web. There's already a web of resonance. We are all waves in the same energetic ocean of humanity. Oh my gosh, right now I actually feel, if you do this, I've done some neat, if you go like this back and forth, you can feel the energy between your hands. Do it right now. It's so cool. If you just go back and forth, you can feel the magnetic pull. We are all connected. And if you don't think you're connected or you don't think you're aware of the collective, you cannot be unaware of it. Right? You might be unconscious of it, but you can't be unaware. So, who says it best but Bob Marley? One love, one heart, one destiny. Let's get together and feel all right. It's happening. Aren't you seeing it? We are coming together. We are raising our awareness in so many beautiful, beautiful ways. And we can still keep moving toward this with the Black Lives Matter movement, with so many beautiful things that are happening. It's really incredible to be a part of this time right now. Amen. Hallelujah. Yes. And then my favorite awareness is the awareness of divinity. Ooh, yes. Do you see her? Do you feel her holding us in her arms? The force, the source of all creation. And the question becomes here, where do you find it? Where are you aware of her, of the divinity? Where do you see the infinite? Is it in the ever-changing seasons, the turning of the moon? Is it in the produce section? I know I always feel God in the produce section. Where is God for you? Where are you most aware of God? Universal intelligence. I feel like I really feel God when I'm working on a computer. I feel like technology is also God. I think it's incredible. I'm not afraid of it. Maybe I'm naive. I know, maybe I'm naive, but God for me is everything. Yes, take a breath there, which brings me to sort of my final point in this message today, which is faith. What is faith? What does it mean to be aware of the divine and to have faith? Well, let's say that Marianne is right and God is love, and we're becoming and we're returning our awareness to love of ourselves and each other. So let's say that that is what God is. How do we have faith? Well, I heard this fantastic teacher last week, Jim Lockhart. He was speaking to Keith Cox's community, Center for Spiritual Living, Los Angeles. Like I said, I watch lots of churches. And he said something so fascinating, something similar to what I'd heard before, but I'd never never heard it put this way exactly. So pay attention to this. This is very cool. So faith is when you walk in the room and you flip the switch and you turn on the light, right? We know that, right? You had faith that the light will come on. You weren't worried, just kind of like you put your key in the car and the ignition, it turns on. That's faith. But he said, now when it comes to new thought, when it comes to these teachings, these teachings of consciousness, of positive affirmative prayer, what he says is that when your treatment or your affirmative prayer comes true or is manifested, you're not surprised. You are not surprised. So when the good things are happening in your life, that bug is jamming with us. Hey girl, hey. That is so fun. I'm not afraid of them anymore. I used to be like, swat it, kill it. Now I'm just like, live your life, live your best life in my house, girl. Okay, so conscious awareness. So every thought, they say every thought is a prayer, right? So every affirmative prayer is conscious awareness is indeed creative. And so when we see that manifestation in our visions, like me floating in a hot tub under a smiling sun, this is a vision that I held for myself. And now I exist in my reality. I'm not surprised. I'm elated and grateful and present and open and hopeful and alive, aware, not surprised. Let's not be surprised by the good on our journey. Let's be aware of the gifts, even in this dark time. Amen, amen, a women. So as we venture out into another week, how can we raise our awareness? Well, I will be back with some ideas about how we can do that with my tools of the week, which will be happening after we hear from Gary Lynn Floyd. Thank you so much for being here with me. We have a meditation from Christy Snow coming up, a song from Gary Lynn Floyd here in the moment. But first, I want to thank you for your conscious giving. I want to thank you for all of the monetary support that you have given me and House of Light, Love and Light during this time. It makes me feel so joyful to think that this has worth to you, that all my work and time and energy of gathering and learning and reading and putting together videos and finding a message to give to you is valuable. And the energy that you give to me financially comes back to you. You know, I believe in that. I believe in the gifts of giving. And I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that I get to do this with you each week. So help me continue to do it. Help me continue to do it by giving. You can text LOVE to 828-383-9889, or you can paypal.me/House of Love and Light. Please take some time to do that today. It means the absolute world to me. And I am so, so grateful for the abundance that is in my life, that is in your life, that I declare and know for all of us. Yes. So I'll be back in a moment with some tools for the week. But first, as we speak about love and we think about love and what is love and the awareness of love as God, let's let it cover us up, cover over us, as Gary Lynn Floyd speaks about in this incredible song of his, Love Cover Me. Here is Gary Lynn Floyd, one of my very favorite New Thought songwriters. Enjoy.
Good morning, House of Love and Light in Asheville. I love you. I wish I could be there with you in person this morning. I love you, Amy Steinberg. Thank you for inviting me to share this song this morning. It's called Love Cover Me. I wrote it with Danny Miller. As time has unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. And with every thought I make, every last breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred, and guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony. Play every note you can find. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and let my anthem be. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred, and guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. Love, cover me. May my heart awaken, tenderness love, 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 love. Yeah, it's beautiful. Love, 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 love. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred, and guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. 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 Love you.
I love you, Gary Lynn Floyd. Whew. Love, love, love. Tool for the week. I got a couple tools for you. Watch the watcher. Observe the observer. Be fully present with yourself. One way, I like this. Be aware and share. When you become aware of something new, share it. Be aware and share. I know that's kind of goofy, but be aware and share. And then I love this old Chinese phrase, which is walk like the wind, sit like a bell, stand like a pine. This is for self-awareness. This is about your posture. This is about, it makes me think of my trainer. My trainer Lulu, whenever we're exercising together, she's like, I don't want to hear your foot. Like when we're doing like a leg exercise and it's like stomp, stomp. She's like, I don't want to hear your feet. So walk like the wind. Walk like the wind. Be gentle through your movements. Be gentle with your body. This is something I can get better and better at as I grow. Sit like a bell means, if you think about a bell, it has a thing in the middle of it clanging. And if you're sitting, not just physically sitting, but sitting in your life, clanging all about, that's not what it means. It means sit like a bell sits. When a bell is seated, is still, what that feels like. And then stand like a pine. Be tall, be proud, but also be flexible. Be tall, be proud. So that's about awareness of the self. When it comes to awareness of the other this week, again, be aware and share. Reach out. Some people are really lonely this time of year, especially folks who are living alone. Reach out. Reach out to the other. Pay special attention to each other this week. And when it comes to society, awareness can rise by keeping plugged in somewhat to the news, maybe find those positive news outlets that give you the information without, being totally one-sided or overwhelming. Maybe limit your time with the news, but continue becoming aware of what's happening in the world and unfolding that. And then when it comes to becoming more aware of the divine, just look around, really look. Look around and see God, feel God in your meditation, in your prayer. Become a little bit more aware this week. Let's all make a pledge to ourselves and to each other that we will become more aware. Yeah, all right. So coming up, we're going to keep working with this book. It's so good. Return to Love, Marianne Williamson. So next week, we're going to talk about ego. Let go my ego. And also, I want to, one more time, ask that you send me pictures of your pets and that you send me also a video of you lip syncing to the opening song because it is so great. Eddie Watkins Jr. wrote that song, and I would love to put together a little video of all my House of Love and Light folks from all over, and I'll put the cities that you're from and all that. So please send me videos of that. Yes, this was a really good week for me. I was aware everything. I was aware of my thoughts, feelings, and actions. I was aware of the other, and I'm going to continue to try to be more and more aware of what's happening in society and also with the divine. I hope that you were fed today. I hope that you feel lifted up and nourished. And a wonderful way that I like to end every service is with a little meditation time to just ground everything in that I've said, take some time. So we're going to close with a meditation from my beloved Reverend Christy Snow, who is one of my greatest teachers in my life. So thank you so much for watching today. And oh, there's the bug. See, I'm aware. The bug just wanted to say goodbye and wish you a happy Sunday. So here's Christy Snow.
Good morning, House of Love and Light, Asheville. Good morning, beloved Amy Steinberg. It is so great to be with you this morning. And so I just invite us in this moment to move into a time of meditation, a time of centering. So wherever you are, just become aware of your surroundings and comfortable in your chair, maybe even close your eyes. And I encourage you to even put your hands on your heart, symbolizing our longest journey in this life, from our head to our heart. When we place our hands on our heart, we move our attention from the head to the heart. So let's take a breath there together. And again, breathing into the heart space. Letting any thoughts of the week, any busyness of the week, or even this morning just fade away. Another deep breath together into our heart space. And what happens when we move our attention by placing our hands on our heart, by moving our attention to that heart center, and by consciously slowing our breath, we move out of any sense of urgency, any idea of fight or flight, any feeling of fight or flight, and we literally move into a space that is where peace resides. So breathing into our heart space this morning, I'm reminded of the truth of my being, the truth of each of us, and that is that we are inseparable from our source. So bringing my awareness to the truth of the omnipresence, of the one power, the one presence, that is God by many names, this divine intelligence, this divine love that moves through all of its creation. It is connecting us to each other, to our planet, to all of life right here, right now. And with each conscious breath, I allow this awareness of the power and the presence. I allow this awareness within me to expand. With each breath, I allow it to expand and my awareness to move me from that point of knowing that I live and move and have my being from this awareness of oneness. I make different choices. I choose different words, different actions, different life than if I were to move through unconscious and unaware. So with each breath, breathing and relaxing into the truth of our being, that we are inseparable from our source, I allow myself to expand in consciousness and move in my life with love and purpose and passion and focus that stems from this awareness of oneness. And so in this moment, I bring into my mind's eye, into my heart space, all of the beloved beings that I am so overjoyed to think about, to feel about, my four-leggeds that I love so much, my wife, my friends, my community, my family. I bring all of these beings into my mind and my heart, and I allow that feeling to expand within me. I feel it expand within me, move out from me, embolden me with the ability to then also bring into my mind and my heart all beings. Those that I agree with, those that I do not, all beings. Knowing that the love that is the love of the divine that connects us all obliterates any differences, washes over any seeming chasms of differences. And so I breathe, allowing love to do what love does, to move from me and back to me, to move from me and back to me. Living, moving, and having my being in an ever-expanding consciousness of oneness. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. And so I just encourage each of us to live from this place and carry this vibration, this energy forward into our day and into our lives and into the world. Namaste.
House of love and light. House of love and light. Amy, take us to the place where we can be just who we are. And it's alright in the house of love and light. House of love and light. Amy, open up the door to the place where we walk by faith and not by sight, not by sight. Through the house of love and light. House of love, the house of love and light. The house of love and light. If we get this right.